Welcome to linuxhelp.com. For today's topic, I will show you how to configure AWS SQS Simple Queue Service and how we configure it in AWS Console Management System. Amazon Simple Queue Service SQS is a fully managed message queuing service that enables you to decouple and scale microservices, distributed system, and serverless applications. SQS offers two types of message requeries. Standard queue offer maximum throughput, best efforting ordering, and at least once delivery. It is a pay-per-use web service for storing messages in transit between computers. Developers use SQS to build distributed applications with decoupled component without having to deal with the overhead of creating and maintaining message queues. So now let's discuss what is AWS SQS. Here in this block diagram, I will just show you how it works before going into practical workspace. So here, as you can see, here we have producers, and over here we have consumers of the SQS queues. So here producers, here what is producers is producing the messages, and it will went into the SQS queue. From SQS queue, it will consume by the consumers. So by using the terminology, I can say that when message got into the AWS SQS queue, so consumer pull the message into the queue to get the message. So in AWS, when you are doing the polling process, when consumer went into the SQS queue for polling to message, it will cost, you have to pay for that. So this is the idea of a polling. So if consumer not finding any message in the queue, in spite of polling the queue again and again to in search of a message, consumer can sit there and wait for a message to arrive there in SQS queue. This will save your cost because in spite of pulling again and again into SQS queue, you have to sit there and wait for the message. So when a message came instantly from the producer side, consumer can take that message and work on that message. So here you are seeing what is the visibility timeout. When consumer is processing a message, so other consumer will not see that message, because if the other consumer will see that message and it will also start to process it, so it will cause the redundancy in your data. So avoid the redundancy, we are defining visibility timeout. So when a consumer is processing a message, so no consumer can process that message again, we are setting visibility timeout for that. So to the other term you are seeing here, that's a DLQ, that letter queue. So DLQ, that letter queue, every time message process in certain amount of time. To process a message, it will take certain amount of time. If it is not completed in that certain amount of time, then it automatically moves to a DLQ. And where the developers can examine the causes of failure, causes of that message will not processed in that particular time period, so they can examine after that. Now I am on my AWS Management Console in SQS dashboard. To reach an SQS dashboard, you can go just right and type SQS here, and it will lead to that page SQS. So if you want to create a queue, you have to just create a queue. Now come to the configuration part. You will see here visibility timeout. So what is the visibility timeout is that to prevent other consumers from processing the message again, Amazon SQS sets a visibility timeout, a period of time during which Amazon SQS prevent other consumer for receiving and processing the message. Because we don't want any message to process twice. I don't want any redundancy. So there's an idea for visibility timeout. So it's already defined between 30 as a 30, which we can define 0 second to 10 hours. So now what is the message retention period? How long the message will remain in the queue? Because if it's not processed under that certain amount of time, then it's going to be removed from the queue. So for that, I have the idea for to set a message retention period. It should be between 1 minute to 14 days. What is the delivery delay? This is the measure for the time at the message produced and the time at which the message will appear in the queue. By default, there is not delay, but we can define this delay time if we wish. So it should be between 0 is the minimum, 0 second is the minimum credential, and the 15 minute is the maximum. Maximum message size. This is the maximum size of a message you can send it between the 1 KB and 256 KB. I have already defined as a 256 KB. Now here receive message wait time. This is the time the consumer will sit in the message queue. What I have explained before in the diagram is that this is the time the consumer will sit in the message queue if in wait of any message to arrive, so that he would not need to poll again and again in the queue because polling causes cost. So you can set this potential as a 20 second. It means the consumer will sit at the message queue at 20 seconds, in which time period the message will arrive. The consumer will pick it up and do the process on that message. My dead letter queue. And from here, you can also define any other dead letter queue if you want to mention here. You can define it here. And that is all. I am creating the queue. So the dead letter queue have been created. So now we are going to create a main queue. My default queue. This is the dead letter queue. So if I click create queue and define the name for a default queue, and with all the default configuration, I'm going to create it. And I can define here as a dead letter queue, which I have created here right now. Go to enable, and you will see it will appear here. There's a DL queue. You can enable it and attach with your default queue and create a queue. So now automatically you have both queue have been created, default queue and DL queue. Now let's we check our queues like send and receive message. So if I going to send message like a message 1, and I'm not setting any delivery delay. For more information, you can create a name here and define message name SAGE1 and send the message. Your message have been sent if you detail that this is the ID for your message and this is the MD5 message digest 5 section of your message. Okay, I'm going to send again message 2 and message 2. Okay, send message. Just like I'm going to send 5 message here. So now if we went to our queue, default queue, and we'll see, and if you go send or receive message, and you will see poll for message. So if I start the process of polling, then you will see that all the 5 messages will be shown here. And this is the progress bar is showing for the 20 second, which you have defined as a message delivery delay. This is the, so in this time period, no other consumer will see your messages. If we have completed, and I can delete this message from here, I have been completed the process for this message. So if we go again and see that now I have 4 messages available because one process is completed and I have deleted that process. If we do polling again, then you will see receive count. The message is received by 2 times. So it is increasing. The processing of message is increasing by its count. Every time you polling the process, it is processing the message. So when you saw the completing process, so you can check here and delete that message from here. So now this message process have been completed, but the 3 process is still on pending. You will see here, and those process, if I do poll, then you will see receive count is 3. Now if you see there in your queue, you will see that your message available is only 3 because 2 message process have been completed till now. If we go there and send and receive message and poll for the message again, you will see the receive count is now 4. Now, if we poll message here, you will see that there is no message now in this SQS queue because all the messages now have been moved to the dead letter queue. So if we went in our dead letter queue, you will see here, if we do send and receive message, and from here if we poll for message, you will see here all the message will be moved to this location in dead letter queue. It's a little bit of delay, so it's not showing. It will take a little bit of time. Now I'm going to my dead letter queue, and we'll see there that the unprocessed message will be moved to this dead letter queue. I move there and send and receive. If I do polling process here, and it will start receiving. Yes, you will see that this message have been moved to dead letter queue, the message 4, because it is not processed in the queue in certain amount of time period, so it is moved to the dead letter queue. So if we go there, it will not be there in the default queue. If we go there and do send and receive and start polling, then you will see now I think none of the messages will be here. All the messages have been completed or moved to the dead letter queue because the maximum message count is 10. So beyond the 10, it will move to the dead letter queue. So if we move to my dead letter queue, we will start polling for messages. You will see all your both messages came to this dead letter queue because this is receive count just crossed the 10 maximum access count. So now it came here. So this is the mechanism the Amazon SQS works in this environment to transfer the message from producer to consumer. So that is all for the Amazon SQS service. If you like it, please subscribe to our channel, and also to watch more tutorial, please visit our website www.linuxhelp.com. And if you have any queries, mail us to support@linuxhelp.com.